Hi everyone, welcome back to the Navigant Credit Union Broadcast Center. Thanks for tuning in to the 4 o'clock News and Politics Hour. Just released the second half of the benchmark poll results. We're going through some approval ratings for elected officials. We're going to tack here and talk about maybe the future of Rhode Island. We have Connor Hallway from Providence College in studio. What year are you at PC?
Thank you for having me. I'm a senior this year at PC.
Senior, to be a senior in college. The world is your oyster.
Everyone's stressing out about their futures right now in my house. So
Stressing out about the futures. Your future looks bright. The reason why we brought Connor in, The Adventures of Darrell Boy, award-winning short. I mean, I'm looking online, so if you tune in, we'll have the clip in the segment when you can see it, so you can actually watch it. How many awards have you won?
well, we won a big one with the best student film at the LA Shorts, which was awesome. Big surprise too. We weren't expecting it. And then we also won Best Young Filmmaker at the IMDb Top Shorts and Best Comedy Short at Frostbite International, which is in Colorado.
These are some big name festivals, and to get these awards, are you considering pursuing a career in filmmaking?
I am. At this point, I am.
So talk with us about the film, because it just has that, The Adventures of Darrell Boy. Clearly Adderall's at the center of this. Mm-hmm. So when did you decide, I want to make a movie about this, and sort of, when did it start swirling around your brain?
Well, so I always thought it would be really cool to make a superhero. I always really wanted to do that, and I was doing YouTube stuff for a really long time, and then at a certain point, I was like, all right, it's time to do something a little bit longer. So I'd been prescribed Adderall for about a year. Really loved it, unfortunately, and I was like, well, for college kids, it kind of gives them this certain set of superpowers. So Adderall Boy kind of seemed like a logical hero for the most part.
Oh, the logical hero. But talk with us about your experience with Adderall. Like, why this superhero, and what should folks know about Adderall?
Well, I mean, again, it's a big-time college study enhancer. So kids, it kind of gets crazy around exam time. Kids love it. I mean, that's just the harsh truth. But for the most part, it just gives you crazy focus, and like you feel like, like, okay, I can finally do my homework. I can finally do my essay. And so for college kids, it really is like a miracle drug. So the superhero, I'm hoping, is relatable to anyone who's had experience with it.
And some cameos in the movie?
There are. So we actually have a big music star, which I'm not sure you guys are sure about. His name's Adam Hanna. He's a big time music guy, and he's in the film there. He's actually a paper boy, which is pretty cool.
A big music star as a paper boy. So people see the results of your work when you put this together. How long did it take from, let's say, soup to nuts, coming up with the script, getting the team together, to just shooting a movie? And how do you balance it? I mean, are you getting course credit for this?
I actually didn't get any course credit for the film. I was in a film production class. Shout out to Father Gumbert. He's my guy. But we started, I would say, conceptualizing the screenplay in late November, or maybe early November. And then there's Stefan Puente, who was the cinematographer. I met up with him. We had our winter break, so we filmed an early scene, and then we came back from that winter break, and we just tried to find time every night to film, for the most part.
Okay, so it was when you could squeeze it into that student schedule with all the other work you had to do. Was there any thought, maybe, am I going to be one of those students that drops out just to focus on my film career?
There's been a lot of that.
How have your parents felt about that?
I was going to say, my mom's making sure I stay in school and finish up the last year, but we're hoping the next film is that much bigger.
So talk with us about how Providence College, you gave the shout out to one of your teachers
Father Gumbert,
to talk about taking the filmmaking. How did it foster that, when from what your experience was at PC, to say, I've got the tools and I'm going to do this?
Well, so for a while, as I was saying, I'd been putting up YouTube videos, and it that was actually back when I was the real Adderall Boy, when I was I was taking a bunch, but the no, I'm done. It's over. Adderall Boy closed that chapter of my life. But so we had some really big videos that got some cool shares from college blogs and stuff, and then so that's primarily where my audience is. That's where most kids tune in. But they've been very supportive, and so we actually, the first little screening we had was behind my house on Eaton Street in Providence, and kids loved it then, and I was like, I almost broke down and cried because we had put so much work into it, but it's been really awesome.
So you're not taking any Adderall now. Is this is this a warning to folks? I mean, Adderall Boy's all hyped up and he's so energetic because he's on Adderall.
Just like anything else, I'd say do it in moderation and be prescribed, obviously. Yeah, don't come to me looking. I'm not gonna give you any. So hopefully my phone doesn't blow up after this.
Wait a minute. So you talk about next project. So this is just the Adventure of Darrell Boy.
Mm-hmm.
Is what's next?
Well, for those who haven't seen the film, I don't want to give anything away, but we hopefully left it up for a sequel. But the next film we want to make it conceptually very, very different. I want to draw a lot more from personal experience because I feel like if you're telling a story, it's a little easier to tell your own than anybody else's. So we want to do that, and I want to get that done by spring. But we've been doing little merchandise videos, little commercials for all our new gear.
And you've got some new gear with you.
I do. We brought you something. So to everyone who doesn't know, we are Golden Deer Productions, and this is our hot Heather Gray Navy Blue for you, Mrs. Kate.
Oh, well, I appreciate it. It's always nice to get a little swag in the office here. So, you put together Adderall Boy, but it's more about the production company.
Now it is.
Yes.
Exactly. Well, because we want to do different stuff is the big thing. We want to, Adderall Boy was awesome. We'd be down to make a sequel, but we want to make everything we do very, very unique. And so I work with Daniel Barton, who's a big writer. He's a PC student. My best friend, who's way up in Vermont. He's a big time animation artist. And then I have two friends who are big into music. So we're hoping to kind of do a little conglomerate here.
Well, I hear there's a little opening in Hollywood right now with the absence of Harvey Weinstein, so there might be...
I don't want to fill his spot.
Not saying you're stepping into his shoes, but what does after graduation look like for you?
I'm really on a film-to-film basis, so if anybody would like to work on a film, that'd be awesome. But again, we just want to make the next one that much bigger and hopefully get into some bigger festivals. It's all about the work, man. It's all about the hard work.
It's all about the hard work, and the hard work has clearly paid off with all these awards that you've gotten. Do other students at PC, are they putting together, are there other filmmakers on the campus?
Well, so I mentioned Adam. He's big into music, but it's really a business-oriented school for the most part. So it's actually, for me, it's academically, it's a little challenging, but at the same time, it's also provided me a window because I'm one of the only ones who do it there, which is great.
You say being a business-focused school, that must give you that advantage.
It does, 100%.
You've got the storyboards, you want to do it, but at the end of the day, you need to sell it.
100%. Marketing, which I've learned over the years when we started doing videos, is probably 80% of the battle. The work has to be good, but you have to have a scheme together out there. So thank you for having me. This is awesome. Everybody watch the film.
Wanted to get out. Again, we're going to have links for you to the production company, to the film. Again, you can see when you go there on the opening page just the amount of awards. Now, were you at all these award ceremonies to be there, collect your little something, or they just send you the email and you're literally studying for your whatever exam? You're like, oh my gosh, I won this.
Well, it's definitely a distraction from the schoolwork, so I appreciate all my professors going easy on me. But
do you go and do like a victory lap, like every time you get an award?
Well, I'll get a text sometimes and I'll leave class and I'll come back in, which is great. But
you're like, I gotta go. I gotta go do a little victory lap.
And I can put it on Facebook. It impresses some of the girls at my school, which we like.
It's all about, again, the student body. You're reaching the end of the college career. There's so many opportunities, but what has PC meant to you?
Well, I think more than anything what I've learned at PC, again, I've never been a great student, and I was extremely blessed to get into PC, but they really taught me work ethic more than anything, and how to work hard, and so I'll carry that with me the rest of my life.
Clearly they saw something in you, and they said, come up here.
I think I killed the interview. That was the big thing.
Well, didn't they say, a lot of times you learn even almost as more from your classmates as you do in the classroom?
I could not agree more, 100%.
And the team that you've assembled around you and putting together this production. And again, no more Adderall.
No, we're done with that. I don't recommend it for anybody out there.
How many years did you take it for?
Well, I would say I consistently took it for about 9 months.
Okay.
The product is clearly there, the product of your work, but I would say it has a really negative impact on your mood, and after a certain point. But then again, the dark days are behind us. So
is it when you're high, and when you're low, you're low?
I'm not a biochemist, so I have no idea.
But
what it does. Yeah, it makes you very edgy for the most part.
Yeah, no, I saw that in the preview about Adderall Boy.
Hopefully there's a little bit in the film that people can relate to.
How many students do you think are taking Adderall? I mean, just anecdotally, would you, like a quarter of the student body, a tenth of the student body?
I couldn't.
Is it hard to tell? Is it private?
I really couldn't tell you. I don't think people are too concerned about people knowing that they take it, just because it's accepted in the student body that, okay, it's exam time.
Yeah.
We have to study. We have to finish an essay. So it's time to turn into Adderall Boy. I hope kids don't use it as an excuse either. So.
Well, again, it's just shedding the light on something that's so prevalent on college campuses here. You know, I think from an awareness standpoint, I think, you know, just as a public service. I mean, have people come up and said, you know, thanks, like, as apart from the movie just being good, but just to say, hey, from the bigger picture perspective kind of thing.
Well, so I actually we had a friend visiting our house last night from UMass, and so it's always cool when you show your film, and, you know, it's always meant for, like, my friends and people I'm close with and people I know will watch, but he was like, yeah, man, like, Adderall Boy, like, me and my friends all kind of think we're going to be Adderall Boy next week. Like, this is going to be crazy, man. Like, I'm like, okay, dude, don't use it as an excuse, please.
To be Adderall Boy, again, the Adventures of Adderall Boy will have links for you up on GoLocal to check it out. But award-winning Best Short Student Film, IMDb. I mean, you, again, see all the awards when you go. So it's always great having local talent in the studio. And I get it. I mean, I'm sure there's the lure of Hollywood, and there might be the lure of New York. Any way we can keep you here?
Well, I'm from Boston originally, so I'll definitely be around.
Okay, you'll be around. So when you've got that next film
and
that's
I'll remember,
out,
this was my first live interview
this
ever.
is where he got his start.
Thank you for having me again.
We'll pull it out when there's some big Oscars night, and we'll say, we had Connor in studio.
I'll invite everybody.
And you can say, go local, hey. Your shirt. Again, sign the shirt. And again, we appreciate your coming in to tell the story because, you know, folks, we do the heavy news and politics, but again, we are a college town. Mm-hmm. We want to let folks know what our new up-and-coming entrance into the real world. Be a little daunted to get outside the college.
I think everyone's a little apprehensive to leave college.
You're like,
we're all living a fairy tale for the most part.
Maybe Rodney Dangerfield, just kind of hang out there for a little while longer.
Yeah, maybe I'll do 8 years. That's what my father did. So.
Connor's parents might have a little more to shell out. I appreciate you taking the time to come here. Check out The Adventures of Adderall Boy. We'll have the links on GoLocal for you. Connor, thank you for your time.
Thank you so much for having me.
Okay, we're going to let Connor go around the corner. I'm going to wrap up here in studio because we are just approaching the 5 o'clock hour, which means the weekend. But we do appreciate folks tuning in to GoLocal this week, especially Thursday and Friday, as we release the results of the benchmark poll with Social Sphere, John Delavolpe. Again, you can check out all of those results online at GoLocal. We'll have more for you moving forward. And we'll have more for you next week here at the Navigant Credit Union Broadcast Center. Monday with Molly O'Brien at the Lifestyle Hour. GoLocal, Josh Fenton, Business Mondays at the 4 o'clock hour. So I will see you back again on Tuesday. I wish everyone a great, healthy, happy weekend. The weather is supposed to be fantastic. John Giorsi, GoLocal meteorologist, has been giving it an 8 and 9 all the way through Tuesday. So go out there and enjoy it. Again, appreciate your tuning in. Appreciate your feedback. We'll see you next week. I'm GoLocal News Editor Kate Nagel.